3.5 years ago, when I first stepped into my therapist's office, I was a deeply broken man. I didn't know what kind of future I had, if I even had a future. And that was a first for me. And then I sat down into that chair, and my therapist just told me, yeah, just talk. Tell me about your story. And I just went talking. And within the first 5 minutes, what I realized was that I felt safe. That for the first time in I don't know how long, I can't even remember, that somebody was actually listening to what I was saying with the intent of actually listening to me, without any judgment or without any prejudice, what has happened before, what will happen, or what she thought that I was supposed to be doing. She just listened. And at that moment, I felt completely safe. And within that hour, everything else didn't really matter. I was the one that mattered. And this was my story and my expressions and my views of it. Not what anybody else thought, but only mine. And for the majority of those 16 minutes, it was me who was talking pretty much. My therapist only listened to me. With, of course, a few questions and back and forth. And at the end of the session, I didn't feel anything different. Maybe a tiny sliver of weight went from my chest and shoulders, but I didn't feel better at all. The only thing that I knew at that point was that there was somebody that was willing to listen to me for a full hour once a week without judging me. And that, at that moment, meant the world to me. I didn't trust her yet. So I always have trust with everybody that I meet, the basic level of trust. And since she was a therapist, I had a higher level of trust towards her, but I didn't trust her completely. That wouldn't happen for a few moments. But it didn't matter because after that session, the one thing I knew was that, yes, I had a future. I didn't know what it was, but I knew that if I worked on myself, if I continued with therapy, that any issues, challenges, or complications that would arise through my therapy, my trauma, and everything else, I would be able to solve it, and that my future was bright. That was 3.5 years ago, and I'm still in therapy with the same therapist. I have many more years to go through, probably around 15 at least, just by my calculations. But that first therapy session set me up for success in the long run. And I'm still happy to go to every single session because from every single session, I learned something new about myself, about who I am, and where I want to go. So if you're wondering whether you should take the leap into going to therapy or not, just go. There's nothing you can lose apart from some time and money. And if you have trauma, which if you're listening to this, you probably have, that spent time and money is the best investment you're ever going to make. And yeah, that was my first therapy session.